Okay guys, PD Tech here with another Mavic Mini video. This is the furthest I've flown my Mavic Mini actually. So we're just hovering here. We've got 17 satellites, 93% battery. I'm just going to check in the settings what the return to home altitude is. So that's 35 meters, that's okay. So those trees are like the tallest thing that's going to be between me and my drone. So I've just set it above that. I'm going to go for that gap in the trees just to the left of the wind turbine. So we're setting on, just climbing altitude a little bit. So you've got the telemetry in the bottom left corner. You've got the height there, 13 meters. You've got the distance out, 13 meters again. And then at the bottom in the center, you've got a little representation of your drone, that little arrow shape, and that little dot in the center of the circle is my location. And that little arc that you can see, that's roughly the direction that my antennas on the controller are pointing. So you can use that to determine which way your drone's pointing. And so I'm flying away from myself at the moment, going over this little road here. And that tree line there represents, that used to be a railway track there, so I'm going to have to do a bit of research about that. That was the Benelli junction that came off the main line there out towards the left. So we're going over this Erewash valley here. You can see there's a river, just crossing a river below. But that river to the left of the centre screen is basically the river Erewash. And you can see it's a little bit flooded there. And these are paths that follow this valley. So there's nothing down here, just fields. There's no one around. I'm always looking out for people walking around, dog walkers and cyclists and things. I don't want to overfly anybody. So we're just over 300 meters out and 36 meters. So we're well above those trees that we just passed. So we're basically following this path. We've got, you see the train line just curves to the left. I got a weak signal warning there, which I just paused the drone for a moment and just adjusted my position basically. I didn't touch the antennas, I just moved slightly. Make sure I had a good signal. So we're over 450 meters out now, 35 meters high. We're doing well on the battery, always keep an eye on your battery. And I'm following this path basically as just a landmark to fly out, and then when I'm coming back, something to follow coming back as well. It's always good to keep an eye out for little landmarks whenever you're pushing your drone out. So we're nearly at 600, there we are, 600 meters, 35 meters high. And always check your recording as well. I've done that a couple of times where I've taken off and I've not pressed the record button, so make sure you're recording in the app. I'm also screen recording this. What you're seeing here is a screen recording of what I could see on my display on my phone. So we're at 700 meters now and I'm deciding what to do. Do I want to go this far or not? So I'm pushing out. I've got a good signal still, got a good line of sight in my drone, and I'm thinking I'll just take it to 800 meters and then I'll come back. I could just keep going along this valley. You can see the river there snaking below across these fields. I could just carry on basically quite easily, but I just thought I'll leave it at that. It's just a little test, bring it back. We're fine on the battery. We've got 22 minutes left of flight time. We've got a good signal, full bars on the signal. I only had that one weak signal warning, which I think it was just the way I was stood, maybe the direction I was pointing. Loads of satellites. So we're basically following this path back. We've got the wind turbine on our left, crossing these floods again. And you can see Benelli Viaduct in the distance there. So I'm sort of halfway between the viaduct and those trees. You can see like a bit of a car park area. What used to be a car park, I think. I'm just to the right of that. So I'll have a quick look at the wind turbine. And I've noticed actually some vehicles there at the bottom, so maybe some maintenance guys doing some work on it or something. So you can see the little circle at the bottom centre. You can see the drones pointing at me now. I'm the circle in the centre of that. So it's a good way. You can use that as a bit of a guide to where your drone is, which way it's pointing and where it's flying. So I'm flying towards myself there, you can see that. And you can sort of see that car park now, like a car park area. I'm just to the right of that. You see the road that goes out to the viaducts. Just to the right of that, halfway along, is that little car park area. And I'm just at an area to the right of that. So I can just about sort of hear it now. Still got loads of battery. Battery does really well on this. In fact, I had to fly around a little bit just to use up, to get it around down to about 50%. So I know I could go a lot further than that. I know it's capable of going a lot further. And it's a good area here as well. I could probably go for almost 2 kilometres in that direction without hitting anything, you know, without reaching a building or a road or anything. So I'll have a go at going a bit further next time, I think. And these are the foundations of what used to be, originally it was Benelli Iron Works, and then it became like a Benelli coal processing plant. And there was some railways running across this, some branch lines, so I found a lot of sleepers near those trees, some old sleepers and things, but I can't find, there's not much evidence where the track was, or but you can see there's a lot of foundations in this area. So basically I'm bringing this down, and I'll hand catch this. I don't really land it on the ground because I don't want to get any debris in the motors or anything like that. It's a good idea to try and hand catch it if you can. I haven't really got a decent landing pad, so I tend to hand catch it. I don't like landing it in the ground because the motors sit very low on the Mavic Mini, and I don't want to get any grit or debris in the motors or anything. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. Just a quick look at how far it can go potentially, and it can go a lot further than that. Another flight with my Mavic Mini. I think that's the longest I've taken it, 800 meters. So I did pretty good actually. It's a horrible, really horrible day. It's pretty cold. It's a bit breezy, although it's calmed down a little bit now. And it's just really grey and miserable. It's meant to be quite nice today, but I just needed to come out and fly. This coronavirus thing's doing my head in at the moment, and all this panic buying. I've just been shopping this morning just to get a few little bits in, and there's absolutely nothing left on the shelves at all. It's crazy. Absolutely nothing. Took all the meat. There's no meat left. Half the pet food's gone. There's plenty of Easter eggs, plenty of Mother's Day presents, plenty of chocolates, plenty of sweets, things like that, crisps, loads of that. But actual food, it's very, very thin on the ground. Even washing powder, and I see some lady buying the last washing up liquid as well. What on earth is that all about? And absolutely no toilet roll, nothing like that. It's just absolutely crazy. It's just beyond imagination. And how it's going to go in the next few days, I don't know, because even if they get deliveries, they're not going to fill these supermarkets back up. And as soon as they get things on the shelves, they're just going to go again. With a train going by. Like a goods train. Some empty ones on the back. Hope that's some new toilet rolls being delivered, because there's absolutely nothing left on the shelves around here. I've got 3 rolls left in our house. 3 rolls. And I don't know what I'm going to have to do after that. Maybe tear some newspaper up, I think. So it's just madness, absolutely madness. And the car park, bear in mind it's midweek, the car park was absolutely rammed. It was like like a Sunday, you know, like a day before a bank holiday or something. It was like Christmas time, and it's midweek, middle of the morning, so surely everyone's meant to be, I don't know,
I've never seen it like that. The car park's usually like not even half full. It was absolutely rammed. I could barely get on the car park, and it was like it was coming up to Christmas or something. So I don't know what it's going to do over the next couple of days. Anyway, take care guys, stay safe, keep away from coughers and sneezers like me, and fly your drone. That's the best way to keep away from this coronavirus. You ain't going to catch it somewhere like this. I've not seen anybody while I've been out here. So that's the way to go, I think. Keep away from infected people. My wife works in a hospital, and there are patients there who've got it. So she's been really careful, covering up and masking up and wearing all the protective gear and stuff. Luckily she's not been directly exposed to it yet, otherwise we'd have to be on a 14-day, I think the government are saying 14-day lockdown or something at the moment. So this is my prediction for the next week or so. By middle of next week, I think we'll have army on the streets, and especially at supermarkets and things, if it carries on the way it's going. It's just absolute madness. Okay guys, take care, stay safe, bye bye for now.